9 more days to the first game of the 22nd FIFA World Cup coming up in Qatar, and I can't wait. Well, why we can't wait? The numbers of high-profile injuries keep racking up. This is not a trend. Players, managers, fans are like world over once. I don't want it, but it is the price to pay for having the Mundial come up during the regular season. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting and informative edition of our special Qatar 2022 World Cup countdown. My name is Ayobiojo Ibrahim Adedodu, but you can call me Easy Baba. But regularly on this show, I tell you to call me Ibrahim Adinho because, as you know, I'm a Brazilian for the time being. But it is what it is, and thankfully, I don't do this show alone. I've got I'm in company of my delectable co-host that who is still claiming Nigeria, but it is what it is. Welcome, Omola Bakeraji. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. You look good.
Oh, thank you.
You look
Thank
like
you
a
so much.
Nigerian. Whereas I look like a Brazilian.
No, you don't.
I look like a Brazilian now.
No, you don't.
This is a Brazilian attire. What do you mean?
No, you do not. You look Nigerian,
I
and
look
we
Nigerian.
don't allow you. We are not going to allow you support any other country apart from Nigeria. Your country is not in the World Cup, so you have to deal with that, all right? And watch other countries play
Not other
as a
country.
fan, and you cannot adopt anybody. Your passport is still green
They
colored.
adopted me.
You lie.
The Brazilians adopted me
Since when?
because they know that the Brazilian vibe is in me. But it is what it is. Welcome to another exciting show, and just in case you don't know, this is your number one online TV station, SEETV, where we can do it to follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. You are everywhere.
Yeah.
Subscribe to also on YouTube to get premium content of our shows, and I can very very much guarantee you will not have a dull moment. So
At all, yeah.
at all. So let's get on with the show. Last time I was here, more like last time we were here, we were all about Group D. Yeah, I had the previous owners in France and Denmark and Tunisia
Switzerland,
and
yeah.
Switzerland. No, it wasn't Switzerland. It's Tunisia. There was no Switzerland in there. It was there was Switzerland. It's France, Denmark, Tunisia, and Saudi Arabia. Where I was talking about Alvarez, but
Okay, yeah, I think I'm mixing that up there. Yeah.
yeah. But here we are again, and now we are about to talk on Group E. Group E consists of Germany, former World Cup winners, Spain, former World Cup winners, Japan, and Costa Rica. So let's dissect them one by one. Let's start with Germany. So the German Machines are the joint best second team in the history of the Mundial with 4 trophies to the name, with the latest title coming in at the 2014 edition in Brazil. They my hometown pay me number. It is what it is. They however failed to defend the title after being eliminated as early as the group stages, which was their worst ever outing at the World Cup. They will be looking to put that infamous title defense behind them and get back on track as one of the most feared and respected football teams on the planet. So apparently Germany too were what do I call it? Were blessed with the curse of when you win the World Cup, you have problems.
Yeah, and not being able to defend their title, and not even getting out of the group stages, and which is why it's understandably so why Joachim Low had to part ways with the side, and now coming in, we have
the lowest moment of his career.
Now we have a new manager in Hansi Flick, a perennial winner, coming in from having that spectacular season with Bayern Munich, where they had the treble right there. They were almost unplayable. Actually, at that point in time, I was like, "Bro, why are you leaving? You're at the top of your." So I understood though, having to come and we know the German machines needed him, and my man was available, and so now we're seeing him with this very exciting squad. There's a more than enough youth, experience, energy, and a lot of players to watch now in this particular squad. And you can, I mean, off the top of your head, say that you expect to see the German team go far in this competition in the Mundial. It's something they've won before. It's something they've won over and again. I think that that particular title defense in 2018 was a blip on the radar, and
Yeah,
I
true.
expect for them to come good this time around. Me, I know for my handle.
So are you claiming Germany?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I have more than one team. I'm going to be adopting.
Someone that told me
I'm
not
keeping
to
my egg
adopt.
in a lot of baskets. They didn't. No, I'm not saying they adopted me in this case.
They adopted me
I'm
though.
the one that want to adopt them, and but for the German machine, they give us exciting football. They've always done that.
At those.
And if you're looking at the quality, the caliber of players in the squad, from the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, even looking at the goalkeeping department, they're so blessed
Mm-hmm.
that Manuel Neuer has been that man who's choosing not to relinquish his
The
spots
sports,
in that
yeah.
team, regardless of how old he is.
My man looks like 44 and still keeps like he's 22.
Like, it's so incredible. I mean, if it was for another country, look at that goalkeeping department alone.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Ter Stegen cannot be a number two.
No.
Yeah, but it's the
No.
German team, so he has to settle for that, and that's just the quality they boast of, and that's just in one area.
Mm-hmm.
Across the other departments on the field, the admission list that players have been waiting for, you knew that for anyone who was called upon, they more than pay their dues.
Yeah.
You're saying
Yeah.
uh, uh, all of their boys are just balling. Like, really, is it Gnabry? Is it Leroy Sane?
JM.
Jamal Musiala has been amazing. 2022 has been a phenomenal
Yeah.
year for
For
him.
yeah.
So it's so exciting, and that's just attacking options for them.
Mm-hmm.
There's also that man who's refused to grow old, Thomas Muller. It's just I'm looking forward to seeing them, and
Yeah.
same with these young guys coming in. Jamal Musiala, 2022, he has owned it.
Yeah.
He's made it like that. I'm not in that Bayern squad. I didn't just waltz in there. I paid my dues. I'm still paying the dues. There's a reason why the manager has so much faith in me, and he keeps delivering week in, week out. At some point, you need to ask, like, bro, are you a midfielder or are you a forward? Like, pick a side, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do.
Yeah, she's looking forward. We are all looking forward to see what Germany are going to do at this coming Mundial. But before I continue, the aspects where you just started out, I wanted to talk about it, but you talked about it first. So I really want to ask you, if you were Hansi Flick at this World Cup, who are you going to start? Manuel Neuer or Marc-Andre Ter Stegen?
Based off of form right now, I think that Ter Stegen edges it because Manuel Neuer this season, even 2021, 2022, 2023 season for Bayern Munich is had to sit out some games, and due to injuries, due to fitness issues and all that. Ter Stegen right now, I think he has the momentum. For days when he sits out for Barcelona, it's not injury or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for rotation and for him
Yeah.
not to burn out and all that. So maybe it's time that Ter Stegen finally gets his time. I mean, it's crazy that he's getting for a goalkeeper though. He still
Mm.
has the luxury of a couple of years.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
30 and he's been in that squad for a while. But I think this is his time. He's going to get his whatever in the sun. But there's also the part where I think Hansi Flick might want to uh, go with the dependable Manuel Neuer. Ter
Yeah.
Stegen is dependable, yeah,
Yeah.
but how many times has he been called upon for the German national team and never at the Mundial? So um, I would take Ter Stegen over him right now, based off of match fitness, based off of maybe a bit more youth in Ter Stegen. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you seen that man's reflexes? He makes some saves, and you're like, bro, are you like? Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I think that Ter Stegen should edge it this time around.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Because if you had asked me, I was going to say Ter Stegen all the way, and probably you should just give um Manuel Neuer after you get your 6 points and you're guaranteed a spot in the
Next
next
round,
round. Give him a starting bet. At least you should have the record as one of the oldest goalkeepers. If
several features. So yeah.
yeah. So that's just a little bit quick analysis on the German team. So just in case you don't know, Hansi Flick is their manager. He's German. This is his 15 months in charge of the team, and he's 57 years old. The captain is Manuel Neuer. Players to watch: we have Leroy Sane, Kai Havertz, Jamal Musiala, Serge Gnabry, and in fact the whole German team. the whole.
Well, for me, Kai Havertz, though, I've not been impressed with him this season for
But
Chelsea.
he's picking up now. For
Yes,
the past
but
like 3 weeks now, he's been showing us the
bits
Kai
and
Havertz
glimpses, yeah.
of the Bayer
But
Leverkusen and early Chelsea days.
the have you seen Chelsea play in recent times?
That
So
is Chelsea as a whole, not him. If your team is playing badly, it's going to affect you, no matter.
against Arsenal, I
Yeah.
wasn't impressed with Kai Havertz. That's
Okay.
just one game. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know,
get you. I
but
get you.
it's a London derby. I expected more from him. He didn't come with the goods. Chelsea were that lackluster because of how much their forward line were unable to produce anything.
Mm-hmm.
There was also the problem of the midfield here, but talking about the forward line, they could have done better. Had one shot on target all game. Kai Havertz was on in that particular encounter,
True.
so I expected more from him. He's been picking up, yes, but
Yeah.
he didn't start the season.
Spectacularly.
He didn't. No, he didn't. But I hope that. I mean, there's a thing as club form, there's a
Mm-hmm.
thing as the international
Yeah,
form.
especially if it is the World Cup.
So a lot of players will shed whatever burden or baggage they're carrying and would amaze and dazzle you. I'm looking forward to seeing that from Havertz, and he really needs to dazzle me. He really needs to dazzle me.
Kai Havertz, I hope you're listening to her. She is, taxing you to
Show us something.
show us something. I want you to show us something as well, because I've loved him from this Bayer Leverkusen days. I felt the pang of pain when he signed for Chelsea, but it is what it is. He has to earn his money. But so moving on, star player for Germany. I don't know about the rest. I'm going to pick their main man, who has been their main man for a while. This man he has been looking like 30 since he was 19. Just in case you don't know, his name is Thomas Muller. Or probably you should call him Thomas Assist Muller. He is meant to be a goal scorer, but this man can assist
How may I
anybody.
assist you?
I'm gonna assist you, Thomas Muller. So they are, how do I put it? The German national team are not in the top 10 of the FIFA ranking right now. They are 11th, one of their lowest time spots,
Rankings.
yeah, rankings in recent times. And like we said, I believe they should come out first in the table, but it might be hard based on who they have next. But when we get to that, we know them as the Diamond Shaft, the team, and this is their 20th appearance at the Mundial, 20 times. The only other team that has gone to the World Cup more than them is the Brazilian. Other than that, no other team comes close to the Diamond Shaft, and they've won this tournament on 4 different occasions. One more behind who? Brazil. And you're telling me they did not come into command, but it is what it is. They won the World Cup in 1954, 1974, 1990, and don't forget that Mario Götze won at the 2014 edition. Broke the heart of Lionel Messi. But it is what it is. I hope and now, so what we heard is Mario Götze is in the national, is in the squad for the World Cup. Just you did you see the squad list?
No, I'm yet to check that out. But I think I saw, yeah, I think I saw a couple of lists though. So talking about the German national team and their World Cup
Squad.
squad, the team list and all
Mhm.
that. I see, like I said, I think Hansi Flick has put his best foot forward.
Yeah.
Is you're having, what's the word now? Thomas
Mixture
Muller
of
obviously would like duh. Manuel Neuer obviously is getting there. A couple of these guys that you would expect, yeah, for youth, for experience, also there. A couple
yeah,
of newbies
like
who I think
Yusufa Mukoko.
who I'm so excited for. I'm so excited for him because you're saying for Dortmund, like it's supposedly not his time yet
Yeah.
because he still has a couple of players to edge out. But it's like I'm
This
here.
is his
Oh, don't
time.
even dare to not acknowledge my presence,
All
and
right.
I'm really excited for him.
Very,
Who
very.
else am I leaving out? There are a couple of people I think. There's the machine as well in the middle of the park that I didn't remember.
Ike.
Joshua Kimmich.
Oh,
Kimmich.
Kimmich.
So
How did you meet Joshua
I'm
Kimmich?
here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for everything all these guys are bringing in.
There's Leon Goretzka.
Absolutely.
There's
And
Ike Gundogan.
look these guys actually. Leroy Sané now, Gnabry, Joshua Kimmich,
Goretzka.
all for one
One
squad.
team.
Manuel Neuer, one team. So it's
Jamal Musiala.
one squad. So we are repping Bayern in this place
Jamani.
apparently. I'm also very excited about Julian Brandt also
Yeah,
being
yeah, I'm
there.
actually happy for the boy too.
Karim Adeyemi as well. I'm just happy for this new crop of players coming in, and the expected ones. Of course, we know them. We also expect certain things from them. So yeah, good one.
Yeah, quickly, really into the 26 man, actually 26 man squad list of the German national team. We have Ike, I beg your pardon, Manuel Neuer, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and Kevin Trapp as goalkeepers. We have Matthias Ginter, Antonio Rudiger, Niklas Sule, Niklas Schlotterberg, Thilo Kehrer, David Raum, Lucas Klosterman, Andre Bella Kochap, and Christian Gonza. For the midfielders, we have Ike Gundogan, Jonas Ofman, Leon Goretzka, Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, Thomas Muller, all for one team. Then we have Julian Brandt and Mario Götze. For the strikers, we have Kai Havertz, Yusufa Mukoko, Nicholas Fulkrug, and Karim Adeyemi. That is the squad list for the German national team. So, um, this right here should do the same, like get to the semifinals at the least, right?
I think so. I
And
expect that from them. I don't expect that they'll be able to dust off one person in that particular team in the name of Spain. But I also expect them to give them a run for their money. Both teams, champions in their own right. But get out of the group stages. I expect them to finish first, at least minimum first. And round of 16, dust that of quarterfinals, semis at least. Yeah.
semis at least. So that's what we're expecting. So we are done with the German squad. That is the number one team in Group E. So we go to Spain, the number two team in Group B. Apparently, Spain are yet to release their own what's it called? The team
So
list.
much drama in that
I don't know
place.
what's up.
Beg.
I don't know why they are delaying this much, but it is what it is. So we're going to go to Spain. Let's talk about Spain for a while. These guys once voted the team of the decade, right? After that, they are
Blistering run.
amazing run. They won the 2008 Euros, 2010 World Cup. They won hosted at South
South Africa.
Africa, and that was our first ever World Cup win. And again, they won the Euros. They won the Euros back to back, and had the World Cup in between. And that session, that decade, let me say, belonged to Spain. They gave us that innovative style of football, the tiki taka, that tiki taka style of football. It was a mixture of Real Madrid players
And
and
Pasa.
Barcelona players with a sprinkle with a sprinkle of the rest of the La Liga teams and small of the Premier League teams. The small of the Premier League teams and Fernando Adi Torres. I miss you, bro.
What's the Ade? How did the poor man get Ade in his name?
That's his name, Adil. Adil.
I thought I heard you say
No,
Ade.
Adil. Adil. That's his name. Fernando Torres Adil. So that team had David Villa, had
Andres Iniesta and
Javi,
Xavi.
Puyo,
Woo!
Busquets,
They were
Piqué.
incredible. They were incredible.
Ah,
So
and you expect to beat them.
you go hard now. You go
Uh-uh.
hard. And
And who was their manager?
well, they did show us what they were made of. Sergio Ramos was in that. Gerard
Sergio
Piqué. I
Ramos,
mean,
Gerard
just a
Piqué,
few.
Jordi Alba. No, was Jordi Alba?
Bro,
Oh,
bro, come on, they hot. It's a lot. So yeah, uh, that time though, I think they've had their time in the sun. They have won the let's say Champions League. They have won the World Cup. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, even if they've done it just once, it still counts for something.
And I'm sorry I cut you short. After that three those three championship they won, they have fallen way down the pecking order in both their what's it called, their style. Their transition has been
It's not been it's
it's
not
been
been
bad.
like for like. It's
Yeah,
not been level for level and maybe quality for quality.
yeah,
But
just like the team in the first team we mentioned, the German team, they too failed to defend that the World Cup title abysmally. They crashed out
group
at the group
stages,
stage as well. The following edition, which was this last
2018
2018, they crashed out at the round of 16 after accumulating three draws,
draws. Yeah,
which
so
was way too bad
for
for their
them
for their
for their
status.
level exactly.
Yeah.
But this time around, they might not have the biggest of names as they used to, as they had in that decade where they were hotter than fire. But they also have very very good players. They have talents. But I think at this point in time, they have a lot of youth sprinkled into that team? Would they be able to handle that pressure? Would they be able to deliver that level? Yeah, I mean, Pedri.
Ah, Pedri, Gavi, Ansu Fati.
So youth, like young players, blistering hot. But I also think that they're going to have a bit of time trying to wear that shoe, trying to fit in to what the World Cup winning squad did. And I think they're on a different level. You can't even compare what that World Cup winning squad had
To what this
to what they
one's
have right
right
now. It's a
now.
different case. And I think the Spaniards are not going to be, if they get to the quarterfinals, I think they should be very proud.
Oh,
I think,
Spain
yeah, I
quarterfinals.
think they should be very proud because this
I'm doing
team
the maths.
and a lot of permutation and combination.
As
I think that the players they have right now, no insult to them, no shade on them at all, but the level is different.
yeah,
I mean, in the place of maybe David Villa, you're having a Ferran Torres, bro. It's just growing. Do you get it? It's just growing. It's just getting
in the space
it.
of Xavi, we have Pedri. In the space of
That
Iniesta,
you
we have
have
Gavi.
so that very good players.
In
Mind
the space
don't
of
worry.
Fernando Torres, we
So
have Ansu Fati.
these guys,
Or we have Alvaro Morata.
they're going to grow into it, and I think they are growing.
Casillas, you have the gear. No shades to the gear, but there are levels to this game.
Really,
Between the gear and Casillas, pick one.
I think Casillas takes it. But and I'm just saying David De Gea has
I
shown
know, I'm not. That's why I
it's not
started
even
with
in
no
the
shades.
it's not even in the good grace
Of,
of the manager
I was
right
still
now.
going to go to
So
Enrique. I was
I
still
don't
going to come to
know what
Enrique.
Enrique is going to be doing right there. So yeah,
Just in case you don't know, Luis Enrique, the former Barcelona manager, is the Spanish team. Is the Spanish team coach. He's been in charge of them for the past 17 months, and we have some issues regarding Luis Enrique. There was a time when he picked all Barcelona players, not one single Real Madrid player in that squad list. After that, he there was this thing he did. Instead of completing the team right, he left space for
yeah,
two. You still had two more people to come in.
he
He
left
said
it.
he was done, and there was not a single Real Madrid player on that list. So right now, Luis Enrique has been facing quite a lot of problems with them, and now he's trying to turn it back because now Madrid players are in it. But if I no call Madrid players, if I no call them, ah,
I think that whatever reason he had, I mean, as we always say, a manager uh, is fired the same day he is
it was
hired. So
yeah.
certain
You get your application letter and your
so,
sack letter on the same
together
spot.
really. So I think that whatever decisions he does make, he's going to be accountable to it.
Yeah,
So
factors.
however this World Cup goes for the Spanish national team, he's going to answer to that. He's going to answer for that. He's going to be responsible for whatever it is that does happen with them. But I think the list is not yet out. The final list is not yet out. The tentative list did not have
Yeah,
David De
David De
Gea
Gea.
included, which I thought was a sacrilege. I
Like
thought,
wow,
like,
how?
I was like, talk to me. Like, I'd like to understand your thought process. But hey, it's your job. You're the one in the line of fire. So if you're choosing Unai Simon ahead of David De Gea, and he's not even getting into that squad at all, considering the kind of form he has been on, I think it was going to be shortchanging the Spanish national team.
Have you seen David De Gea recently?
He's been in quite, even when it was, even last season when Manchester United didn't have such a great time, he was and is one of their best players.
Yeah.
He was the only reason why United had a shot, had a shout at European sports,
Yes, without
was
him, they
due
would
to
not
his
be there.
heroics. So I mean, himself and Cristiano Ronaldo trying to minimize how much damage because the season
yeah.
wasn't the best for them. So if you leave David De Gea out, I'm wondering, it would be nice to have options, and I think that's the reason why you always have the spaces of inviting more than, I mean, we have 11 players on the field of play. There's a reason why we're having 26-man list. There's a reason why we have 25-man. There's a reason why you should have options. So the list is not yet out. It's supposed to be out this afternoon.
Yeah.
If it does leave out David De Gea, bro, you've got balls of steel.
If actually leaves out David De Gea, I can absolutely guarantee you my minimal support for Spain is gone. Bye Otilo. Because there is not. Why would I be supporting them? Not. I have my team though, but At least you should have some preferences. Spain is part of the preferences. And if Luis Enrique wants to continue the way he has started, bye bye, bye bye. So just in case you know, Sergio Busquets and Sergio Ramos, and let's say David De Gea, if he picks David De Gea, are the only what's it called remaining
Of
members
the World Cup
of the
winning
World Cup
squad.
winning squad, and that is something. Look at the transition.
I think it was bound to happen
It's
though,
bound to
because at
happen,
the
but the
time,
quality, the
yeah,
quality,
it's reduced, but I think these guys can also step up.
yeah.
Gavi and Pedri have been the shining light for Barcelona in the middle of the park. They've been so good. There's a reason why Pedri won the Golden Ball.
Golden Boy
So
and Gavi took over.
and they look at where they passed that beating. So I expect a lot of exciting stuff from them. But there's also the fact that they're just 18, 19 respectively. So they are going to grow into it. Ansu has been really unlucky with injuries. Is
I think he's dusted them up this season. He's
As
just
he though
yes,
is form
from the end
is
of last
yeah
season
to
to
this
now.
season. He's back and I hope he's going to be fit and
Mhm.
100, no match rustiness whatsoever going into the World Cup. I would love for him to shine. I would love for him to soar. I want all of these guys to they should be shine bright like a diamond. You get it? For Rodri, bro, he has been the Berlin Wall for
Yeah,
Manchester City.
their
Practically,
new Sergio Busquets.
anything going through for Pep Guardiola's side coming on in defense. And mind you, don't even take him out. Do not
Of the
underrate him
attacking.
in the attack as well. So
Have
he
you
has
seen
got
some
some blistering
goals?
shots. He doesn't know how to do boring. He doesn't know if he's going to score, he's going to score. Very,
Yeah.
very key goals as well. So it's very important for Luis Enrique. It had better be important. There's because I don't understand Enrique. I really don't. For
Honestly.
Alvaro Morata, he's not the youngest of strikers anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, from last World Cup, he hit 4 years.
But still one
So
of the smartest.
yeah, so 30 is 30 now. And for the Spanish national team, I expect him to come good. A lot of what they're going to be doing attack wise would be coming through him. The
Mm-hmm.
guy's trying to supply and split that pass to him because if he's in the box, he's a poacher through and through. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what they are going to do. But they have quite the big boys in front of them. Talking about the German national team.
Yeah, the German national team are the big boys just ahead of them. The La Roya. Like she rightly said, Alvaro Morata, Ansu Fati, Gavi, Pedri, all of them, these guys are players to watch for them. And if I want to pick their star man, I'm going to be saying Alvaro Morata. My guys might not like, but it is Alvaro Morata. Do you have any other star man?
I mean, I'm actually kind of tired. But I think Murata edges it. Sergio Ramos, because of what he has achieved
Yeah,
in the past.
but right now,
Yes, right now though, with Paris Saint-Germain, he's not been the same player, which is understandable. He's not the youngest of defenders anymore. Sergio Ramos competes with strikers for getting the goals.
well, how is that understandable? Thiago Silva is still playing at this peak, and he's way older than he is.
Well, I think injury.
Pepe is still playing.
The injury he had joining PSG. It was hard for such a
The
long
whole
time.
season.
For such a long time, and I think that match rustiness has affected. He is in the side right now. It's part of Christopher Galtier's plan, obviously, but
Yeah, he
it's still
is.
not been that
Same
Sergio
Sergio
Ramos, and I
Ramos we
think
know.
injury really messed that up. If he does get back, the Mundial is one place for him to do it. So.
I won't be surprised if he's the commanding Sergio Ramos we used to know.
I
won't
will not be surprised. That is the quality he possesses. So,
Yeah,
but I
so
think based off of fitness and all, and it's not as if Atletico have been doing so well for Alvaro, talking about Alvaro Morata and
yeah.
all, but he has been their shining light.
Yeah, he's
So,
been-
so yeah.
yeah, so like she said, Sergio Ramos not on his best form, but he's gonna be starting. I think you should be pairing either Pau Torres or Eric Garcia. If I want to pick, I'm picking Pau Torres, please. Eric Garcia has never impressed me. He has not impressed me at all from his time at Man City to Barcelona. So let's just leave him the way he is, but he's still going to the Mundial. So good one for him. Currently ranked 7th in the FIFA ranking. The La Roya have been to the World Cup on 16 times and I've only won it once, and that was on African soil in the 2010 FIFA World Cup. So my people,
And they can just do it first. And we had a first World Cup on African continent. We're having the first World Cup now in the UAE. So
Yeah.
maybe they're just going to do it.
yeah, we want to that way. I want to see a new team win the World Cup. Brazil, please don't come for me. I love you people.
No, you don't.
I'm
No,
for
you don't.
I want you guys to
No,
win.
you
I
don't.
want us to win it. I want us. Let me I want us to win it. But right now, the World Cup being on Arab soil for the very first time, it should be actually nice really to see a new winner. And
We will get it as a question though. I don't see it coming.
who is we don't know.
I'm just saying, I
We can't be
personally don't
sure.
see it coming. There's certain competitions.
Belgians? They might shock us.
I'm
I
not.
almost said the
I'm
Netherlands,
not. I'm
but
not
they've
seeing.
won
I'm
it
not seeing
before.
the electricness coming from them, but they can disappoint me and win it because, unfortunately, for me they dazzle to what to
On Dazu.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Not correct English, mind
yeah,
you, but I'm just saying they is it for stars? They
yeah.
don't lack it, but
When it
finished
comes to the
product.
big stage,
So I don't know, Shabo. I'm not expecting to see a new winner. I don't know why. I just think that certain competitions have pedigree. Not because we've not. I mean, Spain they were new winners when they did win it, but I just feel like say they're not fit. I don't know, but
alrighty. So you're still on to your number one online TV channel, SEETV, and this is the FIFA World Cup countdown. We've talked about Group A, Paris, Group B, Group C, Group D. We are on Group E, and out of the Group E, we've talked about Spain, we've talked about Germany. Ah, you missed it. Sorry. Go and watch it on our YouTube channel. It says what it says. So on to the next team. We have Costa Rica. That name. When I say Costa Rica, I remember Keylor Navas and the 2014 World Cup. That man was a beast, to say the least. This man had 15 shots
at
on,
same.
and he saved all of it. All. He was this close to breaking Orwell's record, the USA goalkeeper record at the World Cup. So, about Costa Rica, best remembered for their 2014 World Cup campaign, where they finished top of the group that consisted of three former world champions in Italy, in Uruguay, and in England. They beat Ngakkanat for road.
And that was big.
It's huge. It was very huge. So, and after beating these boys and qualifying out of the
Group
group stage,
stages.
they went as far as the round of 16 before they met their Waterloo. Not really Waterloo, but they made their boss in the Netherlands, where they lost 3-4 via penalty shootouts. They have, however, failed to capitalize on that impressive campaign and finished bottom of their group at the next edition in Russia, which was the last one, last World Cup held. So this Costa Rican team, right, is mostly old horses with a few of the new entrants. And honestly speaking, the transition, the combination of them it might look okay on paper, but their performances have not been top notch up to the qualifying stage, and they are huge at the CONCACAF region. Don't Costa Rica, they are
Well, on the
huge.
World Cup stage, it's a different
It's a
level.
different
So
level.
yeah, I think you took the word out of my mouth. They have a sprinkling of aged players
Yeah.
in that squad. Should I say sprinkling? I take that back. They have a lot of aged players in that squad, and I think that might be their undoing.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that football these days, I'm trying not to use the word modern football, but hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Football these days is so fast paced, it's
Yeah.
so quick, and while you are trying to get your rhythm and balance, one small boy of 18 has turned you like a bar. Like he will turn you like you're still trying to look for
Yeah,
the
and
ball.
imagine the defenders facing Mukoko and Adeyemi,
Bro, you're gonna see
facing Gavi and Pedri.
facing Musiala. You're gonna have problems facing Gnabry. You're going to have issues. So
Big time.
for goalkeepers, they've been able to get away with it. We have 40 plus goalkeepers who are still, even though you still can't compare their reflex as to when they were in their
Very
20s or
young.
something.
Yeah.
So that is where I think age does come in. So the fact that they are so much older players, there's also the fact that they are very experienced.
Mm-hmm.
So that perhaps they might have an edge over the younger players that are going to be facing. But like I said, football is quick. Football is fast paced. You know, a lot of countries eat you with that pace if they have it. And in this group where they are in, they have countries who are blessed with youth right now. So for me, Navas is their biggest boy, their biggest guy. But your biggest guy is in your goalkeeping department. So what is it that's going to be in front of him? That's going to be the shield is going to have is where I think they're going to have some problems. But let's see.
Let's see about Costa Rica's chances at this coming Mundial. It is very, very, very slim. And I'm just talking about their manager. Their manager is Luis Suarez.
Not the one you know.
Why did you say that? I was waiting. I was pressing for effect. It's not the same one. But Luis Fernando Suarez is 62 years of age. He's Colombian, and this is 17 months in charge of the team. And you'll be hoping that these words do not embarrass him in this coming Mundial because they are going to be facing two former winners. It's just not two former. They have done that before, and they have, but this time around it's looking all different because most of their star men are aged. But it is what it is. So talking about the star men, they have their captain in Brian Ruiz. I was not going to lie for you, right? I've known Brian Ruiz for quite a while right now, and if I tell you Brian Ruiz is 37 years of age, you will not believe.
It sounds like it seems like he's older, is what I should say. He's been around for so long.
Too long.
And that's it. Some players pick so early that you've been hearing their name over and again.
Yeah.
It might take you a minute to picture that face, but
Yeah.
the name should not be strange to you.
Yeah.
But hey, one of their biggest guys, he's 37, and 37 in football age is an eternity. He's centuries
He's
old.
an old
So,
man
yeah,
in football age.
but
Yeah.
let's see what he brings.
Yeah, he's a midfielder. He plays for Alajuelense. Alajuelense is a team in his native Costa Rica, and there's Brian Oviedo too. Another Brian. Brian Oviedo too plays for Real Salt Lake in the United States of America. He too is 32 years of age. This is defender. I pity this bro. I pity this bro in advance.
But no, it can shock the young guys, really.
I want him to, but God, I beg. We have Keylor Navas, who is the star player through and through.
Yeah.
No other star player for Costa Rica. He's 35 years of age. He's the goalkeeper, and he currently plays his trade for PSG. Although it's not the first choice anymore. One of the things one of the problems you are facing. You have a younger man in Donnarumma taking up your spots, and well, it is what it is. Keylor Navas is not a small man in the business of sports, so. He understands the logic. It was called bench someone when he got to PSG too. So it is what it is. They're currently ranked 31st on the FIFA ranking. Like we said, we don't expect them to go past the third or fourth spots if they get qualified. If they get to qualify out of the group stage, round of 16 at the least. Or if they go to the quarterfinals.
Round of 16 at the most.
At the most, if they get to the quarterfinal.
Massive shout out. Massive shout out to them. And perhaps they can, shock us and do better than they did the last time out when they dazzled the world. Yeah. So, but that quarterfinals is going to be hard, and I think it's going to be very expensive for them to purchase.
Yeah, very expensive. The Los Ticos are appearing in their 6th World Cup, and like we said, their best finish was in the quarterfinals of the 2014 World Cup where they blew everybody away. So that was the roundup on the Costa Rica national team. Let's move on to the last but not the least team on Group E. Japan. The Japanese national team. If I say Japan, you should remember one person in Shinji Kagawa, the former Manchester United baller. Used to represent his national team in Japan. So one of the fastest developing countries in the world football-wise, Japan has qualified for the last 7 editions of the Mundial with a place at the round of 16 as their best finish. And this one, they have achieved it 3 times. That means they have been to the round of 16 3 times. Japan national football team was Japan Football Federation was created 2009. 2009.
I think it goes without saying that they came in with a plan.
They came in with a plan.
They knew what they wanted, and it's been working.
It's been working. One of the fastest developing football countries in the world. It's not an easy feat. The Blue Samurai will be looking to do better than their previous outings. Like you said, they've finished at the round of 16 on 3 different occasions, especially the recent one coming in the last World Cup in Russia. Well, we are going to be looking at them this World Cup, see if they can impress. And to an extent, I feel they can still get to the round of 16 at the least. If there is a luck for them to finish as 3rd best placed team in this team, because Spain, Germany.
Why did you whisper that part?
Because it's facing Spain and Germany now. So.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a tough ask. But like you rightly mentioned, the fact that how young even their FA is, but I feel like their FA coming in, they didn't just come in to cruise. They didn't
Yeah.
come in to sit and just relax and laze around. They came in with a plan. They knew what they're about, and we've been seeing that result. They might not be on the level of the heavyweights in football,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that in the next few years, you should and would pick them as one of the toughest Asian opponents you're going to face.
Straight up.
And it's looking like so. We're seeing their players in different clubs in Europe,
Everywhere.
and they're not just there
They
to
are
mark. You
shining.
get me? They're not just there to mark attendance. No, they're there, and you would know they're there. They have this distinctive quality they bring to whichever side.
Mm-hmm.
They might not be the strongest players. I'm talking about
Physicality.
physicality, the most physical players is
Yeah.
what I was looking for. But technically, quick fit, one bam, like quick fit, 1-2 passes.
They are
They are
all
off very pacey. You had Takumi Minamino.
Minamino, the former Liverpool
You
boy.
know, one player I'm looking forward to seeing here. I would like to see. Well, I'd like to see him shine and
He's
so
going
out
to
for them.
shine. He's definitely going
Taki is a very beautiful player. I mean, he tormented Liverpool last time out. That's why they went
yeah,
out to game, you know. So
yeah. And he was instrumental in them winning the Carabao Cup and the League Cup last
he
season.
owned the
He
cup
owned the
games.
competitions
He
last
owned
season.
the cup games for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing all of these guys across whichever club it is that they apply their trade in coming into this side. I think that for their current coach, um, okay, there's been a change in Baton. Talk about the last manager who took them to the World Cup in Russia, and the new man now who is not so new. 4 years into the job isn't
Yeah.
the newest year.
Arigime Moriyasu. I didn't
So
say Yoruba. It's just his name. Arigime
we are where is
Moriyasu.
Japanese. So yeah, let's see what they bring though. I would pick them for at least third place in this
Mm-hmm.
group. No disrespect to Costa Rica, but I think that the Japanese national team um, should do better
Yeah.
than they.
The
Than they
Japanese
do.
national team should do better than the previous outings. And talking about do better, probably get to the quarterfinals.
And that's going to be
If they get to the
huge.
quarterfinals, I would not really be surprised as they have been developing, they have planned themselves up to this point. And just like she said, they have players playing for different A leagues. I say A league like top notch teams,
Top
like
5 leagues in
top
Europe.
5 leagues
So,
in
yeah.
Europe. So we have Maya Yoshida as their captain. We have Takumi Minamino, who you talked about. We have Maya Yoshida. We have
There's Kamada.
Deichi Kamada for Eintracht Frankfurt. Come on.
Frankfurt winning the Europa League last season
He had everything to
so,
do with it. His leg,
yeah.
arm, and his gorgeous hair. Yeah, Deichi Kamada this season too is amazing. Takefuso Kubo, the Real Madrid starlet.
Sociedad.
It was a Real Madrid, so they sold it to Sociedad.
Yeah,
They have a buyout clause, a mandatory buyout clause. If this boy
you get
not
why?
dey shine,
You get why? And that is like he's so young, but potential there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of potential, and there's a reason why did they do smart business. So they quickly
smartest.
tied down Akwe. Yeah, we'll be the first pick to get this boy back if he does fulfill the potential that we're expecting him to. So to the Japanese side, I think you guys can shock us and maybe like claw your way to the semi-final place, which is going to be huge if that
Semi-final.
happens.
If they get to the semi-final, the public holiday in Japan is going to be like a month long,
Come on now.
a week long.
But it's going to be a long one. They're going to party.
Yes, party, and deservedly so. If they do that, you can be rest assured that the next World Cup coming up in Canada in 2026, they want to die there to get to the final. But it is what it is. Let them surprise us. I want them to surprise us. So we have Maitoma too. Maitoma that plays for Brighton, plays for Japan too. Japan is blessed with players.
Yeah, very very exciting young players, and they've been coming good for their respective clubs.
Coming good, and they have their coach who has been there for the past 4 years. They know each other to an extent. So the what's it called, the cohesion they would have should work well for them in this coming World Cup. And yeah, let's see how far Japan goes. And just like their Costa Rican brothers, this is their 6th appearance at the Mundial. No, this is not the 6th appearance at the Mundial. This is their 8th appearance at the Mundial. I beg your pardon. And their best option, their best finishes has been the round of 16 as we just mentioned. And honestly speaking, I want the best for Japan. This World Cup. I picked them well over Costa Rica because Costa Rica is Costa Rica, and but it is it is what it is. The star player to me is Deichi Kamada. I forgot to mention about Takehiro Tomiyasu who plays for Arsenal. He's
Yeah, oh,
Japanese as
days.
well.
And I think he's going to be the leading man, the go to man in defense for them.
Yeah,
I expect.
he actually plays as a centre back for Japan.
So I think it should be very interesting to see and watch. It's been very instrumental for Mikel Arteta's side in the Premier League,
Mm-hmm.
them dazzling and throwing and just shocking everybody. But I think that is going to be very, very massive for them, for the Japanese national team. And that's the thing. The supposed players who are perhaps under the radar, you look at their influence for their individual clubs, what they play at,
And
and
they are putting in the work.
they're putting the shift. So I'm
Big
I'm
time.
looking forward to it.
Big time. So as I said, Deichi Kamada, the rest of them are going to come good for the Japanese team this coming Mundial. The Blue Samurai, but Samurai Blue, as they are popularly known, are currently ranked 24th in the FIFA ranking, and they are not the least ranked team in there, even their group. You know who is the least ranked team, right?
Just start.
It is what it is.
Where?
Apparently, that this outing is going to be their 7th appearance at the Mundial, and I hope they come good. I hope they come good. I hope they come good. So, my people, Ibrahimadinho has gotten to the last, the last team in the group E. We've talked about Japan. We've talked about Germany. We've talked about Spain, Costa Rica, and Japan national team. So, I for one have said okay, in this group, let me see how they're going to finish. Germany 1, Spain 2, Japan 3, Costa Rica 4, and Spain and Japan are going to finish on the same points. Just saying.
Whoa, that would be huge. But the question is how that's gonna happen. Because okay, so
Win one,
I
draw
expect
one, lose one. They're all going to lose to
what kind
Germany.
of
They are
permutation
both going to lose to Germany. They are going
and
to play out each other,
a draw
and
and
they
then they
both
beat Costa Rica?
easy.
What's this? Okay, yeah, so I agree. Germany first place, second place. I think the Spanish national team. I think they're going to edge the Japanese side though. I expect
Spain,
them.
have you?
Yeah, I think it might be close, but I expect them to edge them.
Might happen. Yeah.
The Japanese side third, and hopefully they finish best loser, and we see them in the next round. I would love to see them in the next round. For the Costa Rican, I don't think they're going to make it out of that group.
Neither do I. But it is what it is. Football has its perks. Where you think you are solid, that is when somebody from little football heritage just come and pew drag you.
And chuck you.
So it is what it is. It's football. I've been having a good time with my people. This is the World Cup countdown happening in 9 days. World Cup is happening in 9 days.
But it's still a wild meal.
Like-
I'm struggling to wrap my head
Like
around it. You know the fact that we're mid-season.
Mhm.
Okay, not mid-May. We never reach mid, but it's about 1/3 of the season
Yeah.
gone, and we're actually taking break. And the
the
season
World
for the
Cup.
World Cup, and the season will still finish when it's supposed to still finish. I don't really get it.
The
I
congestion.
promise you, I don't really get it. I'm excited for the World Cup, of course, but we're having a lot of players who are
Getting injured.
doubt for the side. For the ones who are going to make it, only God knows the kind of exercise injection.
If you're gonna exercise,
They
they will wrap and
kind
wrap
of,
and
you
wrap
know, they
and
will
wrap.
bind some people's leg and some people's hand just to make them available because of how much influence they pull for their country and what they've been doing in times past. So
Reminiscent of the Beckham incident, 2002 World Cup.
you
My
know-
man broke his leg like 3 months to the World Cup. Still,
how we made it, I think they need to do a movie.
Yeah, it's
And
going
write
to
a
come
book.
out. I think the movie is out. The Beckham story. A few days ago.
You
so-
reach to no, you reach me again your own movie.
Yeah. So the World Cup is coming soon with all its dramas and everything, and honestly, I cannot wait. My team is coming soon.
Oh God, your team is not there. I don't like that we still keep on having this argument. Your team is not there. Your team did not leave African continent. Your boys are there. They're going to be on holiday.
It's just pain that team did not qualify. It's not mean that say they should be having a party where they were meant to be playing. It is what it is.
Oh, my Ghanaian brothers, did you hear that? Oh, we did. Don't worry. It's fine. Let's see.
Alrighty, until we come your way again. This is your number one online TV channel, SEETV. Keep it locked with us. Bye bye.
Adios.
Brahim Adinho.